Hello everybody, I just wanted to review here, just take a second to do a quick review of these Dragon Shield boxes that I have here. As you see, the one I have is the Dragon Shield Nest, and then the other one is the bigger tower. So these, I would say overall, as far as these goes, these are out of any deck box I've ever touched. These are definitely by far the best. I would say this would be the standard bear, I mean, as good as it gets. If this is the A. If it's better than this, you're paying an exorbitant amount more money to get only a fraction of a percentage of anything better, and it would probably be custom made, or you're just paying the extra money for something custom. But other than something that isn't custom made or specialized, as far as safety and security, this might be the best thing I've seen. So if anything, it might be too much. Some people might think this is too hard to open versus it shaking around and it's not going to open on itself at all. But I did found, I know if you ever had these or thinking about getting these and somebody said they're just too hard to open, one thing I noticed is that you actually have to open this sort of like a car door. And using this point here, the back of it, this is the front and this is the top, and then this is the housing right here. So at the top of the housing and the back of the top, use that as a pivot point and actually open it like a car door, and then it will come open the easiest way. Because if you just try to pull this apart, as you can see, that takes a lot of effort. And so yeah, if you haven't used these, and you probably heard that the biggest complaint is that they're hard to get apart, which is a good thing. Like if you drop this or something, you don't want to just open it up and falling apart at all. Just go ahead and use this as just to opening a car door. And then once it's beyond a certain point, you just lift it off. Other thing is there is plenty of space. So you can see I have a Thrill. This is exactly 100 cards in here. A couple of them are double sleeve, not many, just foils that came with it. And there is a good space there. So I would say if you don't double sleeve and you want to put some if you don't use tokens either, you want to put some dead cards in here at least. It's about 15 or so just unsleeved cards is the gap here about. And then if you do doubles, the reason that I think they have that extra gap there is if you double sleeve these, then it will fit, but you're only going to be able to put about 100 exactly double sleeve cards in here, and maybe squeeze in a couple unsleeved tokens. That's about it. But it's, as far as size goes, I mean, it's perfect as it can be. The side is, there's a little gap there for joggling around, so it's not ultimate. No, you don't have any way to get in the back, but it doesn't seem like too hard. You can really just go up, down like this, dump it out. All the cards come out. This smaller one is nice for using. It's like you just want to sit it there. What I do is I just put it in its as case like this, and then I just put my deck in there with like a die or something in here, and then you just easily and lift up and put things on the bottom of your deck. This is something I do personally. Now the other thing that they also have here is basically the same thing, just a little bit bigger with it here. They all come in different colors. I just have white and green. Once again, same thing, use that card door method. Now here, this is 120 unsleeved, just another example of the space. There's 120 unsleeved cards in there. This is a cube I'm gonna made to show you a bit on. Otherwise, very smooth. Everything inside smooth. This is smooth. Now, if you do put them together like this, a lot of people I see store them like this. I don't like to do that because it can be a little annoying to get them apart. Not as bad as when they're put together. Only difference is you got here between the tower, I think they call this, and this is the nest, is this little box here. And this box is just for dice and tokens and different types of things that you stick in there. I would say, however, though, considering this is like $15 or more, and this is like $25 or more, so you're just paying $10 for this portion here. I would say this probably isn't worth the extra $10. You could just This is one of these things. Put some dice in there, throw it in your pocket. This little baggie here probably holds more than this, actually. It does. And which, I mean, it's nice to have. It isn't horrible. But the thing is, you got here your standard D20s. So if you put them in there, as you can see, you're getting up there about, I don't know, say 9 of those. Random different type of dice in there. You're going to have to take a couple out. You can't really go 2 levels with it. If you have just like D6s in there, they would fit up 2 levels. But anything else, it really is not going to, you're not going to be able to go a couple of levels with. And then if you put in, these are the new spin downs. These are the newer spin downs. So if you put a couple of those in there, as you can see the difference in size, you're ending up with like only 6 of those. And then if for some reason or another you decided you wanted to put, here's the one from Zendikar, which is, they've even made them even bigger now. But you put that in there, and all of a sudden, you know, two of those, and maybe you probably wouldn't even be able to fit. You probably fit 2 of those and like 2 D20s and maybe a couple other smaller dice, like maybe a D6. That would be still it'd have to be sideways or something. But I don't know. It's definitely nice to have. I mean, they fit, even the large ones in here. I almost lost this because I took it out and it didn't fit. And you put so many more different types of dice in here without that in there. But it is pretty nice. Like I said, I would say this would be your solid A. Whatever you personally grade a deck at, I would base it off of this, and this is going to be your A. Anything lower than this, you would have to be cost considerably less. But for the price range and then anything better, I'm assuming you're going to be paying a lot more for whatever. Let's say this is 90% your perfect deck, and this is $25. You're going to be paying, you know, 3, 4, 5 times that price to get your perfect deck, whatever that is. Involve customization or extra security or something, but this is definitely your solid A. Anything out there cheaper than this is not going to be as good as this, for sure. If you have like $1,000 deck, or one of those people have a very, very expensive deck, I would at least put minimum of this. I wouldn't go any cheaper than this. It would be definitely. But if you have like this deck here, this is a $15, $16, whatever, basically deck. I mean, probably not worth it buying that just to put one of these in there. But that's my grade on those there. Let me know what you think of these if you've had them in the past. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.